Hello everyone, for the very first time, I am Alexanders from the Hades Corporation, and I am with...
I am Drew. I am also from the Hades Corporation.
And if you don't know what the Hades Corporation is, well, I'll put an invitation somewhere on the screen where you can find out for yourself. But for now, we're going to be playing Space Engineers. Now, we were originally going to begin our very first Let's Play with DayZ. However, we had some technical difficulties. So we moved on to Space Engineers for the time being. Alright, so as you can see, Drew magically turned to green. So tell me a little bit about this platform you made here.
I originally intended it to be a heavy fighter, to take on larger things like corvettes, frigates, and possibly cruisers. It's got 4 rocket pods, 12 Gatling guns, 2 large engines in the rear, along with 5 or 6 smaller ones that are covered up by metal. It's not very fast, but it's heavily armored.
Alright, so it's basically just a block of death.
Yes, pretty much.
Alright, now you do have engines internally though, so once they had the update there where engines do actually damage blocks, then this thing's gonna...
It will
like
combust, yes.
Alright, let's move on. This particular craft right here is the Revenant class patrol fighter. Now, it's not really maneuverable, but it's heavily armored and armed to the teeth. It's got, I believe, 3 Gatling guns and 4 rocket pods underneath the wings, and everything else internal. Basically, your standard patrol fighter. This lovely beauty of a ship right here is the Mauler class supremacy fighter. The idea came to me from Drew, and he basically wanted an F-22 mixed with an X-wing mixed with, what was it again?
B-wing fighter.
A B-wing fighter from Star Wars, obviously.
Yes, much older one.
Yes. Now this particular craft is highly maneuverable, armed to the teeth, and probably the best fighter I have made so far. And Andy... Drew... well, he's in it now. Well then. Don't shoot. Alright, Drew, we got your target right here. Let's see what that baby can do. Nice flying. Let's do another one. Alright, let's go.
Alright, here I come.
Very maneuverable. Alright, let's do one more pass. Try to hit it with the rocket launchers this time. Alright, this is the rocket run. Drew, if you would please.
Woo.
Well, as you can see, this craft is highly durable because it just smashed straight into that thing, and now it's floating off into space. Good job! Alright, let's moving on. Now this right here, this is the Andromeda class Super Interceptor. Basically designed to outmaneuver any ship and destroy them with these massive array of weaponry. You do not want to be in front of this thing or being chased by it. Quite an impressive piece of machinery, if I do say so myself. It was actually my first crack at a fighter. And this particular one right here, this is a gunship, the Stinger class gunship. It originally had 4 rockets, but once the update came where they activated weapons, I realized that you can't place rockets next to each other, so I had to remove those. Basically a pretty sleek design. Twin engines, highly maneuverable, and it can fit in most hangar bays. Moving on. This wonky looking craft is the scout ship. The Gemini class scout ship. Basically designed to go anywhere, be everywhere, and spot everything. It even comes with several detection equipment, lights, and a beacon for giving our fleet the location of a point of interest. As you can see, there is no landing gears on the bottom, but only on the side. That is because that, as you can see, it is designed to land on its side. Because it's actually designed to be attached on the side of a ship and launch while in high velocity. Moving on. This bug of a ship is the Crawler class utility vessel. There's two different variants of it, one with landing gears and another one with drills. Basically a little compact machine designed to do the average work. Pretty nice design if I do say so myself. Took me only, what was it? How long did it take me to build?
Like a couple minutes, not long at all.
Yeah.
A few seconds,
Something
a couple minutes.
scrapped together. Moving on, we over here, we have also two different variants of a transport ship. One for transporting people, and another for transporting valuable materials. And it does come armed as well, with a single Gatling gun mounted on nose, just like the Crawler, as you can kind of see. But enough of these. Let's move on to something bigger. Now this right here is the Miranda class heavy frigate. Basically designed to be an escort or patrol ship. It's quite durable and quite armed for its size. As you can see, it's got quite a sleek design to it. I wouldn't say it's very, well, I think it's looked good. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Now, inside the Miranda, you can see that we have this long hallway, which is actually the neck of the ship. In the front, we got the bridge. And in the back, we've got the reactors, storage area, gravity generators. And up these little, well, what used to be ladders, are crew decks. And I will show you that as well. Crew decks with respawn stations and what. Moving on, as you can see, we kind of glow a little bit. Let's leave this ship and move on to the next.
I'm gonna be in the bridge.
This wonky little ship is the Dragonspawn class light frigate, or I guess you could say an interceptor frigate, designed to be more maneuverable and faster than anything else. It's got a very bulky design and wonky look. Remember, these things are just frigates. They're not designed to be very pretty. They're designed to be cost effective. Now let's take a look inside. Now inside the ship it's pretty compact. We've got your generator array right here, your gravity generators, respawn station. We got your nuclear reactors again, cargo containers. And up here, once again, on what used to be ladders, we have the bridge. As soon as I can find my way up here, there we go. As you can see, Drew is already right here enjoying the scenery.
Yes, very nice.
Yes. Moving on.
Alright.
Now, as you might have noticed this monstrosity in the background, this is the Hades Corporation spaceport of sorts. You got your crew decks, your docking tubes, your command center, and the engine room. A little too large to look through all of it, but suffice it to say, it's got everything you would ever need. Now, this monstrosity that's still in dry dock is the IHW Sovereign, the capital ship and flagship of the Hades Corporation. Now, this monstrosity is quite large, quite heavy, and built to last. equipped with a large array of forward thrust as well as armor for the primary thrusters. We also got suspended armor plates as well. They're designed to be detached if they're no longer useful. And remember, this is all heavy armor, so this thing weighs quite a bit. I wouldn't say it's the largest ship ever out there, but it does not lack in punch. Now, as you can see, it's got a little bit of an underslung compartment down here, and that is crew decks, the airlocks, and over here we got the secondary hangar bays where we place our utility crafts and whatnots. And now, as you can see, Drew's right there. This is the primary hangar deck, where our fighters will be stored and whatnot. And Drew is currently trying to land. You do have a pilot's license, right?
Yes, I got it online. Yeah, see you later.
Well, Drew managed to dent our floor. So let's move on before I blow him to smithereens for that. You're paying for the insurance, by the way. Now in front of you, we have these giant war spikes, basically designed to tear into ships. I have yet to replace the forward armor with heavy armor. Remember, it's still in dry dock. And then we got these nacelles that you saw from behind, with these wings. Now these wings don't really have a purpose, except for these ones right here, which are designed to actually catch the armor plates that fall off of here and catch it so we can throw it at an enemy. Moving on, let's take. Now inside the ship is quite spacious, and right over here is where Drew dented my ship and then ran off into somewhere and then came back. Now we got internal defense turrets right here, which will basically ensure that anybody that comes in this hangar deck that is not welcome will be shot to smithereens. Moving on. And yes, we do have gravity. We are walking now. This is the cargo deck with large-scale cargo containers. And just shortly past that are these array of fabricators, assemblers, refineries. I don't know why I said fabricators. I don't know where that came from. And over here is our array of nuclear power generators. As you can see, we are not short on power. And more internal defense turrets right here. And down over yonder is our gyroscope array. These are things that allow the ship to turn and roll. And we have quite a few of those as well. And we have our generators right here for gravity. Moving on. Now this is the crew decks, also protected by internal turrets. Now these things are basically designed to house, well, people's stuff. With small cargo containers right here all the way. And quite a nice view. Moving on. Now down here is the entrance to the airlocks, where, as you saw before, there's the base over there. And then a little further, the secondary hangar bay, where we store our utility crafts. Moving on to the upper decks. Now up here on the second floor, we have our medical room. Basically an array of medical room respawn stations, whatever these are going to be when the game is done. I'm not too entirely sure on what they're intending to do with that. Moving on to the upper decks. Over here we have the lounge, which is basically a little place to hang out and just be along for the ride if you're not being a part of the ship. More internal defense turrets right here. And past these doors are quite an array. Another little bit of respawn stations right here. A battle bridge, in case the primary bridge gets destroyed. A little further we have actually an exit to the top of the ship. Sorry. And you can actually see how massive these things, these weapons, this entire ship is in comparison to me. Now, moving on to the actual bridge. And what are you laughing about, Drew? Well, obviously he's cooking up something. Anyways, this is the bridge, and behind the bridge is actually the command and control center for people who want to control multiple different weapons. So this, sorry for that cut, but this ship can be crewed by multiple different people. Moving on. But yeah,
Wait,
this
does
is
the Mauler...
Hold on. But yes, this is the Hades Corporation fleet, and that's our dry dock as well, but you already know how a dry dock works, so I don't really feel the need to show that. And now that'll be all for today. Thank you for joining us. I am once again Alexanders from the Hades Corporation. And I am with...
Drew from the Hades Corporation.
Alright, and we'll see you again next time, hopefully. Andy... Drew, what are you doing out there?
Nothing.
Drew? Ah! Ah! My ship! What have you done?
I came for work.
Oh, okay then.